Alright guys, we're going to put a fuel pump in this thing today. Not sure if it's actually bad or not, but I have a 340 fuel pump that was out of the turbo tube. So we're going to put it in this. This car's in pretty damn good shape. I really need to get it on the road. Got to figure out what's wrong with it. There's a few things that I'm going to change on it. If that fixes it, fixes it. I got a lot of parts from the tib, you know, so the turbo tib. So this thing right here should be able to get on the road hopefully this year. I don't think it'll be boosted this year, but hopefully next year it'll be boosted. I forgot the fuel pump. Forgot the fuel pump in the house. But anyway, you just pop these seeds out, literally just pull up and pop. And then you got that. And you come in here. Don't think this fuel pump's ever been out. Ugh. Now we gotta get the vacuum in here. Unplug this stuff. Okay, now the RDs only have one plug. RD2s have two plugs back here. So this is a little different setup than I'm even used to. They get some PV blaster in there. Hopefully we can get them out. I get the vacuum real quick and vacuum that out of there. I don't think you guys want to watch that or listen to it. Okay, we vacuumed that out. This has only got one. It's weird how this one goes, the way the wires go into it. Way different than the and 2001s. 97's the first year over here, so the only place I see a little bit of corrosion's back here, which is, I mean, the car is like right there. You got your water. You can actually see the ground from here. Not your water, you got your gas tank. Why did I say water? But yeah, you got one plug in these, which, like I said, is different for me. I don't want to spray a lot of this everywhere, because now generally these are 8mm, but I never mess with a lot of RDs. I own one. Yep, it's an 8mm. I own an RD, just I never really got time to mess with this car. Well, that's a good sign. Everything's so far so good on the screws. They're like a 8mm with a Phillips head on them, but don't ever try to use the Phillips head. Probably didn't have to use any penetrating oil, but makes it stink in here, but it helps keep that rust. And then your main line is a 10. We'll go get a rag to put this stuff on. Ugh. Yeah, I really like the RDs. The RDs are really, I would say, I'm really getting into the RD. I like the, RD2, obviously, my first Tiburon. Normally, your first car is your favorite car. Just like my Talent. By far my favorite car. Don't seem like it because we don't work on it often, but that's what happens when you fuel everywhere. It kind of looks like a corrody ass tank, so, and I haven't had any luck on getting my fuel filter out. I gotta jack the car up and get underneath it. What do I do with my, and see if I can't get it out that way. Ooh, return line's a little dry. It is 20 years old, this car is. Time fucking flies. 20 years ago, I was driving a brand new Eagle Talent off the showroom floor, partying like a rock star. Let's see here. Let me get this one out of the way so we can get into it. Hopefully I don't lose none of these. Good thing about having a parts car, if you do lose something, good thing is the junkyard's got one of these cars now. I need to get over there and get the parts off of it, but you know, the turbo car comes first, so this one gets neglected a lot, just like everything else does around here. But if you just slowly build the other ones, while you build one as quick as you can, you eventually have a lot of cars where you're really closely being done with. So if you spend your money swapping back and forth, and then you never get nothing done. Okay. Well, how much gas we're going to get everywhere. Right now this thing still wants to pour out gas, and I can't get it out of the way really. But you can in these. Figures it wants to pour all that freaking gas out. I usually take a rag, stick them back in here, and the rag usually holds them for you. Kind of take them and you push them to the side with the rag, and then normally the rag will hold it. And you just, you gotta remember to take them all out first. God, this thing is dirty. Look at that rust that's going down in that tank. To me, it looks like a lot of rusty freaking fuel in this tank. You gotta figure a lot of this gas has sat around for years now since I've owned this car. I almost ought to drain this tank. I got new 5-gallon. Let me get this thing outside the car with hopefully not making a huge mess. Okay. You can see the outside of that is rusty. Definitely looks like a lot of discoloration. I gotta get a light down in there, but actually it don't look bad. Look, if you can see in there, tank looks really clean actually. Must be the color of the light, and everything looks really clean actually. Up around here at the top wasn't very clean. I need to get another rag and then clean that out of there. But we got this out. See, this is different than the RDs. Everything is up in here. Much different than the RD. Comes down here and makes connection into that. But it definitely hasn't been, it's definitely factory pump. Definitely has never been messed with, and the bag is definitely dirty on it. Hopefully we can blow that out pretty good. Alright, let me go get this other pump. See what we can do. Alright. See if I can get any of this on camera. Alright, first step is a canister stick while you're working with fuel. It's always good. So I highly recommend it for any mechanic to oh God, I hope you guys know I'm joking. Okay, I'm gonna plug this if we can. Sometimes you gotta get a screwdriver to help with it. So let's go to, I think we can take this off next. Which this kind of just crimps around here, so you just kind of, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Just kind of pull that to the side on both of them, and that pulls out. Put that there. Now, if we can get this, don't bend your, this does your fueling. It does all your leveling of your fuel. What this does is when you're full of fuel, your gas float will be clear up here. Then when your float goes down, that's what tells your car that you're empty. You see, you have just a tad bit left when it tells it it's empty. This has got a lot of dirt in it, so we'll have to blow that out. I want to blow this top off because you can see the corrosion starting on there. Blowing this tube. I don't know if we can get this off without destroying it or not, guys. That's the trick. Working with this old stuff is to get it off without destroying it. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna have to go get that screwdriver. When you're working with fuel, if you got brass stuff, that's the best stuff to use is brass. So you don't create no spark and ignite it. You see, cigarette won't burn it up. Cigarette is not what kill you. The ash won't kill you. It's the open flame that does. Gas vapors are what the strongest kind of gasoline is. Let's see here. Let's try to get this off gentle. Should have probably brought out my small screwdriver. Sometimes these things want to be a really pain. They will not want to come. And it sucks when it happens. You don't want to mess these up, because if I remember right, our plugs will plug right into this. Okay. It does not want to come out of its 20-year-old resting hole. Oh, well, that ain't good. About destroyed it. You get a smaller screwdriver. Boy. Let's see here. She does not want to come out of there, which sucks. Okay. Hoping I don't have to undo these connectors to get it to come out of there. I might have to. Sometimes you gotta bend this a little to get this out. It's got pry up on it. That's your bottom. I know it takes a while, but this is how long it actually takes. It's not quick and easy like a lot of people think. Then you got this right here. It sometimes can be a pain to get up underneath. 'Cause I'd like to reuse this, but I don't think we're gonna be able to. Okay. See, because this one in here is not an AEM. It has its own very little fuel sock. And I really didn't want to use that, but I used it in my car. You can kind of see the little bit of the lead on it. That's when I used to run nitrous, run leaded fuels. But if I remember right, this right here will plug right into that. That's why I'm trying not to destroy the connector here. If we can get it to come out of that damn thing. I'm thinking I'm gonna break it. I'm not thinking. Oh, got it out. Had to use pliers. We messed it up a little bit, but not too bad. We bent this a little bit. We can bend that down. All right, now if we can get this, you just kind of, twist it off. Okay. We've had a bunch of issues trying to get this in here. We had to extend the wires because these are much different than what they used to be, or not what they used to be, what they are in the RDs. As you can see, everything clamps right into here. We had to bend this up pretty good, which you normally have to do with a bigger fuel pump than this, but see if we can plug this up in here. Hopefully everything works. And I forgot to even check to see if this obviously went in there or not, and it obviously doesn't. So I screwed myself there, didn't I? See if it works. So I can get it in there. I swore I had it in there, then I had to pull it out, but I'm not sure if I got it on there or not. I pushed it down in there. I'm not sure if we got it in there. It looks like it's close to being in there. I don't know. I don't understand why it's not. Nothing's wanting to go down in there now. What a day. I don't know how we'd even get that to go down in. Might have to pull it out off the top here. Might have to pull it off the top here so we can push it up against this table or something. It looks like it's in there to me, but shit. We're liable to have this no good by the time it's done. Definitely ain't coming out of there, so I think it's in there connected. Oh God, guys, this has been a nightmare. Wouldn't surprise me if it does not start. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Nothing wants to cooperate with me. It's like the Hyundais are hating on me. It's like they're fighting back. This should never take this long. Should never in a million years take this long. And I would be surprised if this works. Oh boy, you gotta get a... You work on cars, you gotta have some kind of a sense of humor. Same way with YouTube. Just to do stuff on YouTube, you gotta have need a sense of humor. Let's see. We can at least. Look how hard that was from the ethanol when I was running. I did run ethanol in this some. I forgot about that. Well, let's see if we can't at least just bend the top back down. We'll bend the top back down on it. You guys probably can't see that, but all I did was bend it there. And I was going to try to put it back into here, but it's not wanting to go. And nor is the metal wanting to bend. Maybe it's the cold, I don't know. Alright, we got that in there kind of goofy. Anything to do to it now will probably be to zip tie it, because I don't think it's gonna work very well. As you can see, this thing, I might have already, is not gonna pick up fuel. The whole way to the bottom. So we'll probably have to put fuel in it to even start it. Definitely got to get a 340 pump for this. We're going to stick one in there. So we're just going to zip tie it and then stick it back in the car, which is just done in reverse. So have a good one, guys. Alright, there's the old pump. Now here's one of the old hoses. Look how hard that hose is. You know what that's from? That's from when I ran this thing in ethanol. Yep. That's when that pump I have in this car now used to run in ethanol. So that shows you what ethanol does to like lines and plastics, to everything. Alright. Prime this fuel pump a couple times. It's about out of fuel, as you can see. Might have to put 5 gallon in it for it to start. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh. Fuel pump's working. Check engine lights for no back O2 sensor, which you don't need that to run. So whatever the problem is with this thing, it ain't the back O2 sensor. Could be a fuel filter. When it gets warmer, it messes up. Not sure. I did buy a OEM voltage regulator for the alternator. The voltage regulators are attached to these, to the alternator. I'm gonna try that in case the voltage is, you know, going crazy high or crazy low at right around 6,000 RPM. What happens is at 6,000 RPM, after you get it warmed up, not at first, but after it's warmed up right around 6,000, it'll literally just like fall over, just like on its face. Like on the scanner, it kills everything, MAF sensor, everything. Somewhat I'm thinking it could be the MAF sensor. I know it's idle in here and the code ain't coming up for it, but I don't think the MAF sensor's reading correctly when I'm looking at my scanner, when I'm monitoring that sensor. So who knows, but car does run with this. It was about half a pain in the ass to put it in there. I need to finish cleaning the rest of this car out and put it back together. I've been just cleaning everything in it, trying to clean it, looking for anything that could be bare wires to anything. I want to get this car going. I want to have it turbocharged next year with everything from the RD. The RD is in the garage sideways right now, which won't allow me to get this in here. Waiting on injectors for that, and I'm going to do a little compression test video to see where we're at with that today. Alright guys, peace. Alright guys, I know it's hard to see this in here because it's getting dark. I still got to sweep it off and clean it. But I was going to buy some new back seats for this. I don't even know why they have back seats because you can't even sit on them. I just tried to sit on them myself. Oh my god. But anyway, I got these back seats, so there's no use in getting them ones out of that other car. I'll just put my other backs right here. The other one was got assembly lube all over it here, and then it had a bunch of stains on it before I got it, like this nasty shit here. But there's some assembly lube. A lot of that's assembly lube that I got on it. But yeah, I don't really like that look. I really like the one that was in my car. Eventually I'll have the front seats out of my car into this because these leathers are junk. If I can find some nice leathers, I would go that route. This had that color interior all the way through. I put these in it. I don't think it looks too bad, these. But if I could find a good set of these, I'd put them in this car. They weigh a lot more. But I have this full interior, and I will be putting a racing seat in my car when I cage it. So this one right here, I kind of want to keep all the interior in it, and 300, 400 horsepower street car. Alright guys, later.